Hi there, this is Jonathan Ginsberg. I'm a Social Security disability attorney, and today I'd like to talk to you about the question of how do you know if you have a good case? And the reason I'm doing this video is I get emails literally every day from people all over the country. They'll give me some facts. I've got a diagnosed herniated disc, I've got DVT, I've got type 1 diabetes, whatever medical condition they have, and they'll give me some facts and say, do you think I have a winning disability case? And of course, I have no way of knowing without looking at the medical record. But what I do explain to those folks, and I don't mind answering the emails, what I explain to those folks is that the issue in a Social Security disability case is not so much about the medical problem. It's about the impact of the medical problem on your capacity to work. So, for example, when somebody emails me and says, I've got 2 herniated discs, do you think I have a winning case? My response is, how does those herniated discs, how do they impact your ability to work? How does it impact your capacity to sit and stand, to get through an 8-hour workday? How does the pain impact you in terms of your ability to maintain attention and concentration and focus and those sort of things? So that's really what you got to focus on. The question to ask is not so much, do I have a good case, but does my medical condition impact my capacity to work reliably 8 hours a day, 5 days a week at a simple entry-level job? Not your past work necessarily. It could be any kind of job. So literally, if there was a job where you could be sitting at a table, putting ink pens in a box, brainless, there's nothing there, you're just simply a warm body. But you got to be there 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and you can't miss more than a day or two a month, and you can't take excessive unscheduled breaks. Excessive meaning more than once or twice a week, an unscheduled break. That's the question to ask. And if you have if your medical condition is such where because of pain or limitation of movement or medication side effects or whatever situation you've got, it makes you a less reliable worker, then you may have a decent case. That's the starting point. The next step then is to ask, do you have a doctor who will support you? Do you have a doctor who will fill out a functional capacity evaluation, a doctor who will fill out a statement on the listing? That's what you need, is you need support from a doctor, and you need, again, a condition that you can testify truthfully leaves you unable to perform the duties of a simple entry-level type of work. And the third thing, I think, which is really important in terms of whether you're going to win or not, is your credibility. Do you have a long work history? Have you been going to the doctor? Are you testifying credibly? Or is your testimony about limitations consistent with what you're going through? When the judge says, tell me about your pain level, and you say, my pain is at a 10, 24/7. Well, that's not believable, because if your pain is at a 10, you wouldn't be able to sit there and testify. A better answer would be, my pain is always at a 4 or 5 or a 3 or 4, and at least 3 or 4 times a week it jumps up to an 8 or 9, where I have to sit in a dark room on my recliner and take pain medications, and I'm just in survival mode at that point. That's a much more credible answer than to say my pain level is at a 10 all the time, 24/7. Again, just going to be not necessarily believable. I've actually had a judge say to me one time, or say to my client one time, well, if you're in that much pain, let me dismiss the hearing so you can go to the emergency room. That's the way judges look at it. So you've got a support from your doctor and credibility and a condition that logically would leave you unable to perform the duties of a simple entry-level work. So rather than saying, does my herniated disc, does my type 1 diabetes, does my DVT, does my need for knee replacement, is that a winning case? That's not the question to ask. The question to ask is, how do these problems impact my capacity to work, and do I have support from a treating doctor that says I will be unable to work because of my medical condition? Hope this has been helpful. If you did find it useful, please give it a thumbs up on YouTube and like it on Facebook. Subscribe to our channels. I appreciate that very much. And if you have any questions about other disability issues, please let me know. Jonathan Ginsberg here, wishing you well, and I'll see you next video. Thanks a lot. Hi, this is Jonathan Ginsberg, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you'd like to know more about how to win your Social Security disability case, I'd like to invite you to download my Secrets to Getting Approved Early Survival Kit that I created just for people like you. Currently, I'm making the survival kit available at no cost, and I encourage you to grab your copy now. Some of the topics I cover include, how do I know if I have a case? Is it the right time for me to file my claim? 9 common mistakes that can doom your case, the 3 must-have arguments you use to win your case, and a topic that every disability claimant wants to know, how to avoid trick questions from the judge. If you or a loved one need to win Social Security disability benefits, you'll find the Survival Kit essential reading. Download your Survival Kit right now and at no cost. Just visit ssdanswers.com/survival and sign up. It's that easy. Please act now. And as always, I wish you the best.